If I was to do another cut, here's what I would change. Number one, I would not go too aggressive. When people go on calorie calculators, what they often do is they go by what the calorie calculator says to lose 0.5 kg. But quite often, when they give how much calories you should consume to lose 0.5 kg per week, which is kind of the ideal rough amount of weight that you should lose if you want to do moderate, people go with it. But quite often, they go too aggressive, more aggressive than they think. What I really think you should do is, instead of assuming this is how many calories you need to consume from what the calculator tells you, depending on what calculator you use, experiment. Use it as a rough reference point, but I would start it off by increasing the calories from the reference point by maybe 100 or 200 to go easy on it and see how your weight fluctuates. Yes, the first 2 weeks of cutting is always the most miserable because you have to experiment and see how much you need to consume to lose how much you want. The problem is loads of people go way more aggressive than they think, and that's the part they need to calm down. The next part is, once I know how much I need to consume and I'm going from there, is sometimes go on the maintenance break. Depending on how far I've come and how far I had to drag it, if I know that I'm starting to sacrifice muscle, or if I'm going too deep in it, or if I'm putting myself in a catabolic state for too long, I think the ideal approach is go on a maintenance phase for a while. If I've dragged it for months and months, sometimes that might be the best option because it can ease down your hormones, your cortisol levels lower, and it can obviously minimize the damage and effects of the catabolism, and it kind of puts you in an anti-catabolic state for a while. So then when you resume your deficit, it goes smoother. Apart from that, I think the cut went pretty well.